Raven Elise TV.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven and today I'm here with a makeup haul. It's going to be makeup products from Sephora. And I decided to kind of do a little bit of a different haul and pick out products that I kind of consider to be hyped up products or really popular products or products that people are always swearing by and saying that it's their holy grail or whatever. I wanted to, give the products a try for myself. So I decided to do a try on haul. So there are 6 products total that I decided to try out, and I actually did my makeup, this makeup look here with trying out these products. So if you guys are interested in seeing my little first impression review on these hyped up Sephora products, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm starting off with just a clean bare face, and I've already primed my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This is not part of my haul, but I thought I should go along with the Sephora theme, so I used this primer. Okay, so let's get started with this try on haul. So the first thing I wanted to try is something that I've actually already tried before. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and this is just such a hyped up product for brows. A lot of people swear by this, and I have actually tried this before. I have the one in medium brown, but I just wanted to try a slightly different shade because sometimes I feel like the medium brown is a little bit too dark, especially when I'm wearing blonde hair. So I got soft brown this time. Today I'm wearing black hair, so low key I should be using this one, but we're gonna try this one for the sake of this haul. So my previous experience with this product, my opinion on it is kind of half and half. I do feel like it is worth the hype in some ways, but you kind of have to think about the price of the product because this is $18. I know Anastasia Beverly Hills is a really high quality makeup line, so I'm not surprised at the price, and this is a good product and I do like it. But the one thing that I don't like about it from using it before is that I noticed that the product itself dries out pretty fast after probably only maybe a month of owning the product and barely being able to use any of it. The rest of the product just completely dried out, and I always made sure to screw the cap on tight and everything, but still it just got extremely dry and crusty. Like, it just dried out, and this is how it looks now after I've already gone back and added oils and stuff to it, because I read online that you can add like a drop of oil to it to try and bring it back to life. So I've actually already done that several times with this one, and it still continues to dry out. So for that price, I do wish that it didn't dry out, but that's probably the only con. The product itself is really nice. I do really like the consistency of it, the pigmentation, the way that it dries and it doesn't smear and stuff like that. So it's kind of half and half. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush my eyebrows out with just a little spoolie. This is actually one of my new brushes from e.l.f. This has nothing to do with the Sephora haul, but I got these new brushes from e.l.f. They're so pretty. They have like these clear see-through handles with the silver accent and the white bristles. This is part of their new precision brush collection. Precision brush collection. That's like a tongue twister. These brushes actually don't come out until October, but they sent me some to try and they're so pretty. I don't even want to use them. I don't want to get them dirty, but I'm gonna try a few of them today. So yeah, they don't come out until October, but I have another set of them that I am going to be giving away to a lucky subscriber. So if you guys want to win a set of these really cute clear brushes from e.l.f. and be the first ones, some of the first people to try it before they come out in October, look in the description box for giveaway details. One thing I've discovered with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow is that you have to use an angled brush that is extremely thin and sharp and pointy and like the most precise angle brush you could find in your collection. I have this random one. It's called the number 824 by Starlooks Cosmetics. It's like the pointiest, sharpest angle brush that I could find. So I'm just going to dip into my new soft brown pomade and fill in my brows as I normally would. So right off the bat, I'm like amazed at this consistency because I'm totally not used to it, because the one that I've been using has been so dried up. I'm used to it being more just dry, but this one, since it's brand new, it's so much more creamier and it actually makes it a little bit harder to apply. Now I'm like thinking to myself, like, do I prefer it after it dried up? I think I actually do. One thing with this product though is that I guess in a way you will get your money's worth, because a little goes a long way. You dip your brush like maybe twice, like you use the tiniest little bit of product when you do your brows. so I guess it'll last you a long time. Like, I've had my original one for months and months and months, and I don't use it every day, but I still have like plenty of it left, so it'll probably last you a long time as long as it doesn't dry out and crack. So that's the brows. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with this new color that I picked out. So on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being I would definitely recommend this, like you have to have it, I would say this is probably just like a 3, because I do believe that there's probably cheaper products out there that can kind of give you the same effect. So next I'm just going to apply my regular foundation. I didn't buy any foundation for this haul, so I'm just going to apply what I've been using, which is just my Cover FX cream foundation with my beauty blender. So I'm just gonna do that really quick. Okay, so that's my foundation on, and the next thing I'm gonna go into for this haul is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is their Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. It's supposed to be a light diffusing, and it's also paraben free. I have heard so many things about this concealer. I have never tried it before, but everyone swears by it. Everyone says it's like the best concealer in the world, so I wanted to try it for myself and let you guys know what I thought. This concealer is $28. So it's definitely more on the pricier side compared to, say, the Maybelline concealer that I typically use on an everyday basis, which I think costs around $8. It was kind of hard for me to choose my color because I was shopping online, but after looking at a couple of different people's videos and swatches and stuff, I decided to go with medium neutral. So it just looks like this, really sleek packaging, and they give you, you know, a decent amount of product. It's 5 milliliters of product, and the Maybelline one that I typically use is 7.5 milliliters of product. And I'm gonna apply this as I would with my normal concealer. I'm gonna apply it to basically all the highlighted points of my face, starting with my under eye. Okay, so right off the bat, I can tell you that this shade is not as light as I thought it would be. It's actually kind of matching my skin tone instead of brightening. So that's an oopsie on my part. I definitely should have purchased a lighter shade if I wanted it to be more brightening under my eyes. I mean, it is giving me a slight brightening effect, but typically I would probably go at least maybe 2 shades lighter than this. But I'm still gonna use it anyway, and it still is nice to have some concealers in your collection that aren't super bright, because sometimes you don't wanna have the brightening effect. So I'm just using the Doe Foot applicator to apply it to all the areas of my face that I would normally apply my concealer. And I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender. That's how I see most people blending it, and honestly the beauty blender has never let me down, so let's do this. I'm surprised at the finish that it gives. It almost kind of gives a mattifying finish right off the bat, even without setting it with powder, which is kind of nice because I don't like for my concealer to be greasy at all, and typically I have to pile on a lot of powder to not have it look greasy and shiny. So I like the fact that this kind of is mattifying by itself. But like I said, I did kind of a crappy job at choosing my shade. I was originally going to get a lighter shade, and then I second guessed myself and I was like, no, that's gonna be way too bright. So I went and got this one instead. But now I wish I would have got the one that I was going to get, which I think was light neutral or something like that. So here's what it looks like with all of the concealer all blended out. I don't know, you guys, for $28, and I had such high hopes for this concealer. It's not as awesome as I thought it was going to be. I don't feel like it's a super high coverage concealer, and maybe it's just because of the shade that I chose that it wasn't super brightening under my eyes, but even still, I still feel like I have a lot of darkness showing through underneath my eyes. I still feel like you can see the darkness and stuff around my mouth, and like I said, maybe it's because of the shade I picked, but I would still expect it to be more of a full coverage concealer. I don't know. I don't really love it. To be fair, I guess I should try out my proper shade first before I give my full review on it. But I'm just not in love with it. I'm not in love with it. So out of 5 stars, would I recommend it? I would have to give it like 2 stars right now. So for the sake of how my face is going to look today, I'm going to actually grab my Maybelline concealer that I would typically use, and I'm actually going to go over this a little bit just because this is not cutting it. So the next product I'm really excited to try for the first time is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is also something that everybody, like freaking everybody, absolutely swears by. It's in their staples videos, it's in their Holy Grail videos, whatever. Like, they cannot live without this powder. This powder actually costs $38, so almost $40 for some translucent powder, which kind of sounds crazy to me because I've tried a bunch of different translucent powders. The translucent powder that I'm currently using is just the Airspun translucent powder, which I believe is about $5.99 at the drugstore, so really cheap, and it's a really huge container. So $38 just for this container of translucent powder was kind of like ouch to my wallet, but everybody says that it's like the best, especially for setting your under eye, so I just had to get it and I had to try it. I typically like to just use my translucent powders without this little sieve part because I like to get my whole blue blender and dip it directly into the whole powder so I can get a lot of powder to bake with, but I can't get this off. I don't know. I think I've seen other people take it off before, but I think I'm just weak, but whatever. For the sake of time, I'm just going to dump some powder into the lid. There we go, that ought to do it. And it is a translucent powder, but I'm noticing looking at it, it is a little bit tinted. Like, it almost has like a little bit of a yellowish beigeish tint to it. And people say that this is so good for your under eye. It helps it not crease. It's really good to bake with. And they also set their entire face with it too. So I'm just gonna pack it on heavily to my highlighted areas. So right now that it's baking, it's kind of just giving me the same effect as just my $5 Airspun powder. I'm not seeing a huge difference just from the moment I put it on. I like the fact that it doesn't smell like anything. It's not like clogging up my lungs and stuff. So far so good, but I don't see anything super special about it yet. I'm just gonna take one of my e.l.f. brushes. I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush and kind of set the rest of my face. Okay, so that's my face baked and set with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Like I said, so far so good. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't have any complaints. Only complaint I would have is that I couldn't get the packaging open, but that's just me. But with the product itself, I mean, I like it. It does its job. I think it sets everything really well. I think it bakes really well. But do I think it's worth it? Do I think you have to have this specific setting powder? No, because like I said, I've been using the Airspun loose powder, and honestly, I get the exact same effect with just this $5 loose powder from the drugstore. Now, I don't know if maybe there's some huge difference with the way that this one lasts over time with your makeup throughout the day, but I find that with this powder, my makeup really does last throughout the day really well. I mean, I don't have any complaints with this powder. I'm just not sure what could be so great about this powder. Does it do its job? Yes. Is it worth $38? I have to say no. So I would have to give this 3 out of 5 stars because it really does work. It does do its job, but I just think that you could get the same effect with a much cheaper product. So I didn't purchase any bronzers or contour things like that with this haul, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze up my face with my everyday bronzer, which is my Milani bronzer in the shade Soleil. Okay, so now that I've got bronzer on and a little bit of slight contouring, we can move on to the next product from this haul, which I'm really excited about because I believe this is my first NARS purchase. And this is probably one of the most hyped up products in the makeup world, period, known to man. This is the NARS blush in the shade Orgasm. If I'm not mistaken, I think they changed their formula since the original NARS Orgasm blush, so it might be slightly different from the original one, but overall it's still the same thing. This is just supposed to be like the most perfect everyday glowing healthy looking blush that you can get your hands on, but let's hope that for $30 that this blush is worth it. So it just looks like this. It's a coral toned light baby pink, but it has like a gold shimmer to it. It's really not doing it any justice on camera, but when you look at this in person, you can just tell that this is about to be a life. So I'm just going to use my tried and true Eco Tools blush brush, and I'm just going to start off with a little bit at first because I'm really not sure about the pigmentation. Just on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, and right off the bat, it's not super duper pigmented, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. And just kind of sweep that back. and I can definitely see the flecks of gold coming through and giving me that glow from within type of thing. In person, you can definitely see the little bit of gold. I'm not sure if you guys can really tell on camera, but it definitely has like that glowy effect. So I really like it so far. Typically when I apply blush, I kind of apply it a little bit heavy at first just to get it on there, just to get the pigment showing through, and then I kind of go back with my beauty blender and other stuff and kind of blend it out. So I like the way that this is applying. I like that you don't have to use a ton of product to get the color payoff. You do get color payoff, you do get that golden glow from within, and yeah, I really like it. So I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender and kind of blend out the edges of that a little bit. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. I like it. Now it's hard to say if I like it like $30 like it, but it is NARS and it is a classic, and I just feel like for something like this, I would say it's worth it. If you're into makeup, if you like makeup, if you don't have this in your collection, I think it would be a good thing to kind of just splurge and add into your collection, because it is really nice. It's a really nice product, really nice packaging, really nice brand. So this is one thing that I think would be worth splurging on, just kind of to say that you have it and you know it's going to be a good go-to blush. So I actually am really happy that I purchased this, and I would give it, I'm not gonna give it 5 stars because it's not like I'm just like dying, passing out, fainting, can't breathe, but I'll give it 4 stars because it is really nice. Moving on to the next product, I am extremely excited to try this. Like, it's been too long. It's been too long that I haven't had this in my life. This is the Becca Jaclyn Hill collaboration, her highlighter, Champagne Pop. You guys know, if you don't know, you literally must live under a rock, because this highlighter has been just the talk of the town for so long, ever since it first came out, like last year or whatever. Did it come out last year? I think it came out last year. Anyway, everyone's just been absolutely dying over this highlighter, and she has since came out with a whole palette of including this highlighter and some other ones. I didn't get the palette, I just got the highlighter itself. I'm excited about this not only because it's a YouTube collaboration and I love Jaclyn Hill, but because I've seen so many people use it and it just looks like life. Like, I love highlighters, I love the glowy effect, and it seems that this product really works really well, so I'm really excited. I love this golden packaging that the box has, and it has her picture on the back, and then the actual packaging, it just looks like this. I mean, I'm sure you guys have all seen it before. You guys have seen this in like every single makeup tutorial that other people have done, I'm pretty sure, but it just looks like this, and then you open it up, dun, da, 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 you see the beautiful champagne pop. So first I'm going to swatch it. You guys, look at that, look at that. Can you see that? It's just so pigmented, so glowy, so shiny. Like, I have to get this on my face. So I'm gonna use a brand new, fresh, clean brush. That way I'm not getting any mixing of colors or any old colors mixed into it. I wanna just have this on its own, pure and clean, and yes. So we're gonna go in. I'm gonna start with a little bit at first. I don't wanna do too much because I'm not sure how, you know, strong this is gonna be. So I'm just gonna dust it off a little. And I'm just going to start on my high points of my cheeks. Okay, so we're getting a little something. Don't mind my wig. I'm just going to tuck it back for now. So I definitely need to pick up more product because this is not as, okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Do you see that? Do you see that glow? Do you see that glow? I'm gonna go ahead and take it up onto my temples, brow bone a little bit, do my C formation. Okay, so you guys can see this glow is just popping. It's coming through. Yes, come through glow. So yeah, I think it goes without saying that I absolutely love this. It's hard for me not like a highlighter. Like, almost every single highlighter I've ever put on my face, I'm like, I'm in love, just give me the glow, I don't care. But this one is really nice just because of the exact shade of it. I mean, it's called Champagne Pop, so obviously it has that nice champagne tone to it, to where it's not making you look like a glowing ice queen. And then with this smaller brush, I'm going to take it down the bridge of my nose, and while I'm at it, might as well put it in my inner corner. So yeah, that is my whole face highlighted with the Champagne Pop highlighter. It definitely works really well for an entire face highlight. You can use it on your eyes, inner corner, brow bone, everything. So I really, really like it. The only thing about this highlighter is that it is $38. So it is almost $40 for just this one highlight shade, which I mean, it's like, it's a special thing. It's a YouTuber collaboration. It's made by Jaclyn Hill. It's Becca. I mean, so you knew it was going to be pricey off the jump. But is it $38? Awesome. Is it worth the $38 for you guys out there, for the everyday person or whatever who's not fangirling over Jaclyn Hill? I'm not sure. It's hard to say because I do really like it. I am glad that I bought it. I do see myself using this as my new everyday highlighter because I mean, look at this glow. Look at this glow. I mean, let's be honest, it kind of speaks for itself. But at the same time, I know in the back of my mind that there are other highlighters out there that are a lot more affordable that can probably give you this same effect. Maybe not exactly the champagne pop effect, but there are so many highlighters out there now, whether it be from ColourPop Cosmetics or any drugstore brand, that they're gonna be affordable and you're not gonna have to spend $38 for just one highlight shade. I know there's a lot of people out there who would probably be like, no, I'm not gonna spend $38. I would rather just buy something more affordable. But just for me, I think it's fun to splurge sometimes. Just like I said with the NARS blush, it is expensive, and yes, you can buy more affordable versions of it, but it's NARS, it's Orgasm, it's the one. And so I think for something like this, I would definitely invest in the real thing. So I am gonna give this 5 out of 5 stars. So the last product that I'm going to use on my face for this quick little look today is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. And this product is actually something that I've already tried, I've already used, I already know what my review is going to be, but I just needed more of it, and so I thought I might as well include it in this haul. Besides the fact that the packaging is a bomb and it's really cute and pink and shiny, everyone always talks about this mascara because it is just supposed to be like, not supposed to be, I've tried it, I already know that it is. It's a very thickening, lengthening mascara. It says on the packaging that it gives you 1,944% more volume. So when you open it, you will see that it has kind of a unique brush. It's kind of got an hourglass shape to it. It's a nice big fluffy brush. And so you guys are going to instantly see the effect that this has on my lashes. Just watch. Just look at how I don't have any lashes right now. Like no lash extensions, no nothing. It's just, you can't even barely see my eyelashes. But watch after I just do like one coat of this. This is with one coat of the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, just on my natural lashes. Like I said, I don't have lash extensions or anything crazy like that. Look at the difference. No mascara, Better Than Sex Mascara. No mascara, Better Than Sex Mascara. I mean, it's amazing, and it's not clumpy. It's not like it's perfect. I've never tried any other mascara that I like more than this one. The fact that it's not clumpy is really like the biggest thing for me, because with a lot of other mascaras that promise a lot of volume, typically they're very, very clumpy, and you can't, like, there's no way to not make them clumpy when you apply them. But with this mascara, it's not clumpy at all. Like, it just gives you the perfect lashes. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it at one coat. I could go back and do 2 coats and get an even more dramatic effect, but I don't even feel like I need to do that right now. I think it goes without saying that I give this product 5 out of 5 stars. I would definitely recommend it. It is definitely worth the hype. The things that people say about it are true. It really is as good as they say it is, and it is worth the money. This mascara is $23 from Sephora, so it's definitely a lot more pricier than any other drugstore mascara or anything like that, but to me it is totally worth it because, like I said, nothing else really compares. And I have tried a lot of mascaras in my lifetime, and I still like this one the best, so I would say to go ahead and spend the $23 at Sephora and get this one. So yeah guys, that was everything for this Sephora haul. I would have to say that my most disappointing product that I tried in this haul would have to be the Urban Decay concealer. Probably the thing I'm most excited about is probably the Champagne Pop highlighter, just because I've been wanting this for a long time. I also really did like the NARS blush as well. The Laura Mercier powder, which is kind of, you know, it's cool, but it's not that cool type of thing. If you guys would like for me to continue doing videos like this where I kind of test out hyped up popular products, definitely leave your comments down below of some hyped up products that I should try for my next video. I think that's it, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.